right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Better get this right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Jay is here. And you know, when you see me, it must be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what? I deserve 2 claps. Why? Because it's Tuesday. Tuesday, for some reason, Tuesday stuck in between Monday and Wednesday. No one ever talks about Tuesday. Monday's the day that people who have to go to work to a job, they normally get depressed. At least in America, they do, right? They're down. It's, oh my God, it's Monday. I gotta go back to the job. You know, and then Tuesday seems to just be there. You just get up and function. And then comes Wednesday. Oh man, this is hump day. We're getting over the hump. And then after Wednesday, because they know they only got 2 more days to work, right? Thursday gets lost just like Tuesday did. So the two T's, Tuesday and Thursday, they get lost. They're just there. And then comes Friday. Oh my goodness. Thank God it's Friday. But look, we're not going to talk about that today. We came here to talk about money, right? I told you Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I'm determined I'm going to help 10,000 families to become financially secure and actually get free of their debt, their bad credit, and then get on the road to earning money, building wealth, building a legacy. And it takes steps. You don't just jump up and go out there and say, okay, I'm going to get it done today. No, this is something that you have to work on. And if you see me looking up and down in that way, because I've got a camera right below the one I'm using for TikTok, there's a camera right below you. Hopefully you don't see it, but it's there. Okay. And for y'all on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, again, good morning. My name is Jay Early. I'm a retired financial planner for over 30 plus years. I worked with the military in Germany. I helped over 6,000 families. And now my goal this year is to help 10,000 families. And guess what? I can't do it by myself. All right. So you're going to see me every Monday through Friday, bring you some type of message to help you to take the next step in your finances. So let's go ahead and get started. That was my finger hitting the wrong button. But look, I'm human. I'm gonna tell you just like it is. I'm human. I make mistakes. So they say if you can't laugh at yourself, then you've got a serious problem. And I know I can laugh at myself. All right. I had to get my screen straight. I couldn't see how good I look. I'm joking, just joking. Don't get excited. So the title for the day, plugging the leaks. Remember yesterday, we went over the different leaks that you have in your finances. And now today we're going to talk about how families start recovering the lost money for the leaks in their bucket. All the money's flowing out that you can't stop. So yesterday we discovered the problem. Money leaks through taxes, right? People paying too much taxes every month. And I'm going to say this right now for all my Americans who get a tax return. Shame on you. What you really want to do, you want to actually, when it comes tax time, just turn in your tax return and balance out, meaning that they don't owe you anything and you don't owe them anything. So that meant that you had all your money every month on your paycheck and you could use it to better your life for you and your family. That's very important. Okay, this is money leaks through debt interest. Remember this, if you're paying, let's say anywhere from 12 to, I don't know, I've seen them as high as 19% on a credit card, debit card, no, not debit card, but credit card. Okay, ask yourself this, how much interest do you have to earn on your investments to overcome the interest you're losing when you're paying on your debit or credit cards? It's terrible, okay? And then, of course, money leaks through monthly bills. A lot of us are paying too much for our monthly bills, could be paying lower, but we don't know how to negotiate. So in the team that's behind me, we have professional negotiators that will go out and negotiate your bills for you and try to get your monthly bills lowered. because there are ways to do it, but you need to have a professional handling it. You don't want to be out there doing it yourself. So if the bucket leaks, more income alone won't fix it. And why does it say that? Because a lot of people think this, and I see it online every day. People start out, let's say they'll start a network marketing business, right? And they're figuring that if I can make more money, or let's say a part-time job, doesn't make a difference. But in their mind, they're saying if I can make more money, then I can get rid of these bills. But you know what normally happens when a person makes more money? They make more debt. They don't get out of debt. They make more debt. Because they say, well, okay, now I got an extra $400 a month. How much did you say that TV? What was the monthly payment on that TV set? You see what I'm saying? Okay. Or I've had this happen. I've went out to families. I've helped them recognize their problem. We got clarity, right? We know just where the problems are in their finances, where the holes are that need to be plugged up. And I tell them, well, look, as soon as you pay off this debt, I'm going to come back and I'm going to take that money you were paying on that debt, and we're going to take it and invest it for you so you can start earning interest on your money instead of losing interest to your banks and credit unions, or whatever you're paying on. What happens when I go back, let's say 3-4 months later? They paid off the bill, right? But they went out and they created another debt. Now, who does that help by you creating another debt? See, the thing is, we want to own our money. We actually want to get into a financial situation where what we're doing is that we're actually going out and being able to go at least on 2 vacations a year. Okay. One in the spring or summer and one in the fall. Now, there, that you're doing something right when you get to that point. If you have not gotten to that point, then there's something that you're doing wrong, and you need to be working with some professionals to check your finances because your finances are not operating right. All right, so where most families start plugging the leaks, most families don't need more income first. We just talked about that. They need to stop the leaks that are draining the money they're already earning. Wow. Again, you have a fortune inside of your paycheck if you're using it properly. And I didn't say budgeting, I said using it properly. There's a difference in the two. All right. So bear with me here. They need to stop the leaks that are draining the money that they're already earning. The 3 biggest places where money escapes, okay, is taxes. We just talked about it, debt interest, and your monthly bills. This is your problem. Okay. So when these leaks are reduced, your cash flow will immediately improve, which means what? It means that then you're able to take control of your money and you're able to do something positive with it, whether it's start a business, okay, or save up for retirement, increase your 401 plan, invest in stocks, whatever. Precious metals, I understand, are a very good investment right now. You know why? Because they're using more of them, but there's only so many precious metals out there. That's another video all by itself. We won't talk about that one today. So leak number 1, taxes. The money most families never see leaving. Most families never see this money, but it's often their largest expense. The average American families lose listen to this. They lose over 1/3 of their income to taxes. 1/3 of your income goes to taxes. So that means if you're making, just as an example, $900 a week, okay, $300 you work just to pay taxes. And that's crazy. Now, here's a little trick, which a lot of people don't know about. Let's say you do start a business. I'm talking about an online business, right? You have 400 different tax deductions. Tax deductions are what lower your amount of taxes, okay, that you can utilize, such as mileage on your car, space in your home, buying supplies to run your business, different things like that. Okay, just to give you just a couple of quick examples, but and it's important, So let's just say, as an example, you're paying just off the top of my head. Let's say you're paying, I don't know, let's say $300 to run a business every month. It's $3,600. Now you're gonna make profit from your business, sure, but more important, you're gonna have tax write-offs. Even a person with a $50 a month business has tax write-offs, and that's what you want. And to me, right now, in these hard times in America, everybody needs some type of business. Some people call it side hustle. You got so many names for it. I remember the old days when you had everybody knew Amway, Mary Kay, and all that. But now you have a lot of digital marketing out there. Okay, so you have choices nowadays as to what you want to do. So where am I at? 1/3 of income to taxes. This money that never makes it to the family budget. So as long as you don't have your taxes right, okay, and have some deductions, you're going to be overpaying all the time. If the bucket leaks, more income alone won't fix it. Keep that in the back of your mind. I think I've said it 3 times already. You can't earn your way out of debt. You have to have a strategy. If you notice there's on those tax reform, there's a calculator there. And it's there for a reason. It's for you to utilize it to make a plan to get out of debt. All right, number 2 leakage is debt interest. How banks profit from families staying in debt. Wow, that's crazy. Over here in Germany is something that I remember that really irked me when my youngest son turned 16. A lady came to our house and she said she wanted to offer our son a bank account and a debit card. Now, I ran her out my door, right? I'm being honest with you. I'm saying, I looked at my wife. I said, why are they putting young people into debt when they don't even teach them about money in school? I mean, let's face it, in America, okay? 380 some million Americans. Most of them don't have a clue about what is going on here. Most of them don't have a clue. Somebody trying to get in on my thing here. What is wrong with y'all? You can't come on my show unless I invite you. Give me a break. Okay, where was I at? What I was saying that they're actually setting teenagers up with a debit card and a bank account. And they're not even earning money. So whose money are they really spending? They're spending mom's money. I mean, that's crazy. So home loans, credit card debt, those are 2 killers. Now, the home loan, a lot of people can't even get a home loan. Okay? Because they don't qualify because of what? Bad credit. Credit card debt get more expensive the longer you owe, and that's the reality. So you have a lot of people who actually run up a credit card and then they want to try paying the minimum, thinking they can get more or they're saving money some kind of way. No, what you want to do is eliminate it. You remember we talked probably 3 videos back, we talked about having a short-term savings account, a revolving account that you build up to at least 3 times your monthly income, and you can use it on a revolving basis, meaning you keep a sum of money going to it that every time you dip into it, it's like you having your own credit card, but you're not paying anybody any interest. Think about that one, okay? Excuse me, asthma time. All right, where was I at? Profits were eating away at your budget. Yeah. Interest payments increase the bank's profits while eating away at your budget. A bank, if you qualify, if you hit that 700 credit score, they'll give you the house. Okay. And by the way, they'll also come take your house at the same time. So you have to be very careful when you're dealing with credit. So if the bucket leaks, the more income alone, we're saying it again. This is 4 times I said it. You cannot make more money to get out of debt. It doesn't work like that. Okay. Where am I at? All right. Bills. Oh Lord. Cable, cell phone, car insurance. I should see electricity. There's a whole bunch of them they could have put there. But you know what your daily bills are. Cable is definitely along with cable. A lot of people have cable, and then I have some type of streaming. They don't mention that anymore. Payment, like I know I've got that NFL Pass. Yeah, and that's one of them. And now I'm on a tennis channel. I mean, it gets ridiculous. Everybody wants $9 here, $10 here. I can remember when I started out with Netflix, it was only $7. It got up to 15, and I dropped it. I don't need it. Don't need it. It's just a waste of money. Many families lose money to little used or outdated things they're still paying. Why? Because people are not controlling their monies, right? They're just paying. And like I said, remember those little $9 monthly payments, subscriptions? You forget about them. And a lot of times people will overpay them because they're not watching their money. All right. So if the bucket leaks, more income alone won't fix it. I think there's 7 times I've said it, right? So here we are. Why fixing leaks comes before investing. And a lot of people get this mixed up. They want to invest. Somebody tells them, oh, crypto, yeah, you can make millions. Or what's the other one? The other trading thing, Forex. That was a big one. Go back 3 or 4 years ago, between 20 and 2023. Everybody was doing Forex, right? Even though you didn't know what you were doing, you were following whoever the guy was above you and hope he was telling you the right information. But Forex is, when you do something like Forex, that's like having a full-time job because you got to be on your computer at least 3 times a day, okay? Which is insanity. That's not what making extra money is all about. And yet they call that passive income. That's no passive income. That's like going to the casino. Or, well, another video. I'm sorry. Let me get back to my leaks. So trying to invest in a leaky bucket is like trying to fill a bathtub with the drain open. I want you to think about that one for a few minutes. Okay. Your tub will never fill up if your drain is not tight in that little hole down there at the bottom. You'll be wet. Your suds will keep floating away, and you'll be just as dirty as when you got in the tub. All right. First, plug the leaks. Then you can invest in a stronger future. Leaks keep draining your money. Solid buckets keep and grow your money. This whole thing was put together to try to explain to you that what you need to do, you got to fix the leaks. You got to find out where you're losing money. And again, if you join my community, all right, which should be flashing down there somewhere. It's not there. Oh, I know it's not there. There it is. It's another slide. I knew it had to be down there at the bottom somewhere. You can do one or two things. You can just DM me the word clarity, and I'll send you a link to my community. I'm building a community on a system which is called School, SKOOL.com. And it's called Project. It's actually, the guy was supposed to fix the slide. He didn't do it. Project 10K instead of 10,000. Project 10K Financial Clarity Community. It's just as easier to DM me. I just send you the link and you click and you'll be right there. We do both teaching you about your money, what to do with it, what not to do with it. And then at the same time, we're building a community where we have services, and some people want to help other people and they can make money by helping other people. So we have a part 2 where you can earn money also. Okay. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to join. If you live in the United States of America, then that's where you want to be. And if you're not, I hope there's some information that I give you on here that you can still use even in whatever country that you're in. Okay. So most families don't fail financially because they don't earn enough. They struggle because money leaks out faster than they realize. When the leaks are fixed, cash flow improves, debt starts shrinking, savings becomes possible, and investing finally makes sense. Now, I'll share this with you. In my 30 plus years in the financial planning industry, I've had couples who I got into programs and they started doing the investment side and forgot what I told them about the savings side. And then an emergency came up, and guess what? They cashed in their investment before had any time to really grow. Okay. That's why they're saying that investing is the last step. You have to clean up your finances first, and then you're able to invest. All right. So again, you have two choices to find out about my free community, which is either just DM me the word clarity and I'll send you the link. Okay. Also, oh, by the way, if you're not subscribed or following me, follow me. I'm also on YouTube with the same name, Jay Early. Okay. Uh, um, Follow me over there also. And at the same time, where's the other place I'm thinking? Instagram, all under the name Jay Early. Early spelled Earley. So I think I got everything. So I'm gonna wish you a awesome rest of the Tuesday. Again, if you enjoy the information I'm giving to you, be sure to like this video, okay, or share it with a friend. Invite them to the next one tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Which, if you live in Europe, that is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yes, it's already in the evening over here. God bless each and every one of you. And I want you to remember what I always say: that man upstairs, he loves you, and so do I. And check this out: if you take just a portion of what I tell you and put it into effect, okay, utilize it, I know I will see you at the top. And for those that don't, well, I'll see you tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll try to get through to you again. So, God bless. I love each and every one of you. And now I do the part that's always hard, which